Are you tired of waiting for games to load or running out of data? Do you want to have fun playing games without needing the internet? Well, I have the perfect solution for you. In this video, I'm going to show you the 15 best mobile games that you can play even when you're offline. Let's get started. Outbreak Dead City is a low-poly FPS that actually surprised me with how cinematic the storytelling feels. You don't see this level of presentation often on mobile, and even with the simple art style, the world design and atmosphere pull you in pretty quickly. My only real complaint is the shooting. It's a bit clunky and the animations feel pretty basic. But if you enjoy survival games or anything with zombies and a strong atmosphere, I think it is a great game to play. Unbroken Survival puts you in the driver's seat of a motorcycle, exploring a post-apocalyptic open world while following a story-driven path. The concept feels promising, and I enjoyed cruising through the environment, scavenging, and surviving. It really reminded me of Days Gone in how it combines exploration with survival elements. That said, the game clearly needs more polish. There are bugs and glitches that can break immersion. Despite that, the core gameplay is solid, and for fans of open-world survival games on mobile, it's definitely worth giving a shot. Fire Engine Simulator is an open-world firefighter game where you jump into emergency missions, drive around the city, and upgrade your vehicles as you progress. I actually enjoyed the variety. Rescue calls, fires, and different tasks keep things from getting too repetitive, and the big open world gives you plenty of space to explore. The downside is the graphics and controls, which definitely feel a bit outdated compared to newer mobile simulators. Still, if you're someone who enjoys realistic, mission-based games, it's worth giving a try. Pirate Sea Treasure Hunt is an open-world pirate adventure where you sail across a big map, search for treasure, and fight enemies along the way. Since the game is made with Unreal Engine, the graphics look really nice. The water, islands, and ships all have a great level of detail, and exploring the open seas actually feels pretty cool. But even with all that potential, the game needs more polishing. The UI looks rough and feels out of place, and the game does not guide you with clear missions or quests yet. Still, if you like pirate games and want something new to try, it is worth downloading. Terra Nil is a relaxing strategy game where your goal is to renaturalize barren planets. You start with empty landscapes and slowly bring them back to life, placing structures and planning your moves carefully. I really enjoyed how the game balances challenge and relaxation. It's not just a build and watch game, every placement matters, and you need to think about how each action impacts the environment. If you like strategy, world building, or just want a peaceful game to focus your mind, Terra Nil is definitely worth trying. Nostalgia Open Village looks a bit outdated, but after spending some time in it, I realized it's actually a fun and relaxing little life sim. You explore a small open world, take on tasks for villagers, and even drive different vehicles around town. It's got that cozy, small community vibe. I enjoyed wandering around, discovering small details, and seeing how the world reacts as you complete missions. If you like calm, story-driven games with a bit of freedom, this one is definitely worth checking out. Dr. Slender Remastered puts you in a creepy, haunted prison where your goal is to collect objects and find a way to escape. The tension builds as monsters roam around, trying to hunt you, and of course, Slender Man lurks in the shadows. I really like the graphics and the overall atmosphere, but the monsters can feel a bit predictable at times, which takes away some of the scares. Still, the core experience is solid, especially for an offline horror game you can play anywhere. I spent a couple hours just cruising around the city and underground racing, and honestly, it's one of those games where you don't even notice the time passing. I really like the graphics, and the game has a decent number of cars to unlock, from sports cars to heavier vehicles. Missions are scattered across the city, but the lack of a proper map makes it tricky to locate them at first. Early missions don't give a lot of rewards, so you'll often end up repeating the same tasks to get money for new cars. That grind can feel long, especially if you want the high-end vehicles quickly. Despite that, the core driving mechanics are solid, and the game offers enough variety and freedom to make it a decent open-world racing experience on mobile. 12 minutes is a really unique experience on mobile. It's a real-time, top-down interactive thriller where you're stuck in a 12-minute time loop, reliving the same moment over and over until you figure out what's happening. I really liked how the story unfolds and how curious it makes you to find out what's really going on. The only downside is that the game is pretty short, it only takes a few hours to finish, but those hours are packed with suspense and clever storytelling. So, if you enjoy narrative-driven games that make you think and experiment, 12 minutes is definitely worth checking out. Bloodbox 2 is a really fun sandbox game that gives you a ton of freedom to do whatever you want. I ended up spending hours just experimenting with different setups, messing around with physics, and seeing how far I could push the game systems. It's the kind of game where every few minutes you think, let me try one more thing, and suddenly an hour has passed. It's simple on the surface but gives you enough tools to create your own fun. It's definitely worth checking out. I wasn't expecting much when I first opened Dig It Up, but somehow this simple idea of digging and collecting materials pulled me in. You start with basic tools, and as you uncover resources, you sell them to improve your gear and stats. The loop is basic, but it's strangely satisfying. The maps are small but varied, and the graphics have this low-key charm that makes grinding feel cozy rather than tedious. It's definitely a grind-heavy game, but at the same time, it's calming. If you enjoy these dig and upgrade games, this one hits the right notes. Nine Nights instantly reminded me of classic Prince of Persia games, and I was drawn in by the combination of fluid combat and parkour mechanics. The graphics are nice, and the environments are varied enough to keep exploration interesting. I found myself genuinely enjoying the mix of platforming and action RPG elements. The combat system is solid, with responsive controls and a good variety of attacks. You can experiment with different combos, dodges, and aerial moves. That said, some boss encounters can be frustrating. Certain bosses spam attacks relentlessly, leaving almost no opening to strike back. Despite that, the game has a strong core. If you like action RPGs with parkour elements and smooth combat, Nine Nights is a must-play. Racing League is a brand new racing game that feels refreshingly simple and fun. The low-poly graphics give it a clean look, and the best part is that it runs super smoothly, even on low-end devices. The gameplay leans more toward arcade racing than simulation, so every match is quick, intense, and packed with action. What I really like is that all the cars and maps are already unlocked. You can just jump in and race right away. It's fast, lightweight, and genuinely fun. If you're looking for a casual racing game that feels great to play without any hassle, Racing League is a solid pick. This game came out of nowhere, and as a longtime WWE fan, I was excited the moment I saw it. I grew up watching legends like Rey Mysterio and The Undertaker, so finally being able to play as them on my phone feels surreal. The graphics look sharp for a mobile wrestling game, and the animations really capture that WWE energy. The controls take a bit of time to get used to, especially if you're new to wrestling games. The best part is that it's fully playable offline. You only need a Netflix account to download and play it. If you're even slightly into WWE, this one's a must-try. This one instantly caught my eye with its visuals. The lighting, reflections, and car details look great. The game gives you a few different modes: free roam, endless driving, and multiplayer. My personal favorite is endless driving. It totally reminds me of those no-hessy servers in Assetto Corsa. There's also a decent amount of car customization, from paint jobs to body kits. Of course, it's not perfect. The crash physics don't really exist yet, some bugs pop up here and there, and the map selection is small for now. But even with those issues, it's still a fun and relaxing driving game.